Okay, Coach. Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Like 80.
65, 65, 65. Check.
Take both of them. Let's go, Black and burn.
Here's the rookie from Florida Atlantic, Kareth White. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
No. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
The carry here for the big tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Take both of them.
Switch gears. Check 43.
No spacing.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike 57.
Hey, whoa.
57's the Mike.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground with a tight end. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Black 20.
36.
Hey.
57's the Mike.
On 2nd down, it's White. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline.
57's the Mike.
We ain't giving him nothing to say.
57's Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go, kid.
Black, what's up?
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. It's hard to know who's more dynamic between quarterback Lamar Jackson and that man Hollywood Brown. But they're just going to try to get the ball in Brown's hands early and often like they did there and see what he can produce. So many folks in Baltimore excited about this young pup, and for good reason. The rookie first-rounder out of Oklahoma is explosive. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Hayden from his cornerback position on the sack that time. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
That's it, baby.
That's like 20.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Hey, alert. Hey, Delta.
57 to mine. 57 to mine. It's going to be like I said.
Now it's Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the shot. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. The 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
6-0 our score after one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 40-yard line.
98, watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go, G. Here I come. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. On the move to his left. It's complete to Snead. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Alert! 57. Mike, 57. Hey, exit.
Here's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action now. Jackson, rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's the backup, Mariota. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Mariota. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Bravo. I got you, boy. 57. Mike 57. Ready? 57.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep here for Ebron. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
First down, Mariota. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Blue line. 98 to Mike. Army.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. In the final seconds of the first half, as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is on. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30. 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Watch the twist.
Middle.
First down, here's White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Check 50. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it off here to the tight end. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up third and goal. On third down, a run from White. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkle.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Mariota now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Where are they, team? Three.
Charlie, I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On second down, Mariota again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Check safety. 198. Watch 98.
One.
And we got to get to the ball, team.
On third down, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. It's caught inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On first down, Dobbins. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Switch. 198. Watch 98.
Throwing on second and 8. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
198.
Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Mariota now. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger has had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 and went against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben.
It's now 4th down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Ben leaves to counter on the draw, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
4th down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
50. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Hey, Orbit. Me and you. It's just me and you. 57's the Mike. Mike 57.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mariota finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. What's 18?
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On third down, Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Switch. Protein spill. Three.
Mariota here to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
98 to Mike. Come on, D. Joker.
One.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
52's the Mike. Watch QB draw. Hey, Mike 52.
No ball.
2.
Hey, seam 6. Black and burn.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another